I used to do something. It's an old Dave Attell trick. Is if I had a drunk person in the audience who wanted to be a part of the show, I would ask them the setup to my jokes, asking them for a punchline.
Right.
And then they'd say their punchline, and I'd say mine, which was 10 times better.
Right.
So I remember one of the. By the way, I wish these were higher brow setups, but what's the best way to go down on a chick? And you hear the guy, and the guy would give his fucking real quick knee jerk answer,
Right.
and then I would have mine and go, "Oh, that's different. I don't do that the same way. I put my lips around her entirely and go, oh." And I go, that's so crazy. And so you get a big laugh because you knew you had a joke there.
Right.
And then I go, wait, when you go out with a girl, and I would do it. I watched Attell do it one night brilliantly. But his jokes are so much better.
Yeah,
so much better that he would ask someone the setup to his joke, and then they would reply, and then he would go, oh, that's interesting because ... wham, and you'd be like, what the fuck? And then inevitably Attell would go, you see how this works? I've prepared for this evening. Yeah. You haven't. Let me take care of this.
Yeah.
Attell's a fucking genius, man. He's a legit genius. Yeah. He's one of my favorite. He might be my favorite comic. To watch.
Because I've been with him on the road, and I've opened for him and had good sets and come off, pat myself on the back, feeling pretty good about myself. I'm like, I'm a pretty good comic, dude. This is working out for me. I have a lot of bright things in my future. And then he goes up and just annihilates on another level that I've never seen before. People, I'm getting laughs. People watching him can't catch their breath. They can't catch their breath. It's like the way Manny Pacquiao used to fight, where it's like he'll hit you with 3 shots, turn you, 3 more shots, turn you, 2 more shots, and then the exchange is over, and then he resets. And it's like, what? You're throwing? I'm throwing 1 punch, 1 punch, 2 punches at a time. He's like 1, 2, 3, turn 1, 2, 3, and then and the shots are harder than anything that you're throwing.
He says
it's unbelievable.
If I'm lucky, if I have a set where I say one thing that belongs on a T-shirt, he says things that belong on a tombstone. Where I go, put that. That's what. Anytime you say this, to this day, the one thing that lines he's had where I literally stop it and rewind it when he says, I want the kind of woman who drinks Jack and Diet Coke. You know, the kind of woman that goes out and yells the N-word at a lunar eclipse. he's just so fucking, I think it was an eclipse. But anyway, he's just so fucking smart.
Yeah.
And
he's fast on his, he's got all the intangibles. He's a great writer, but he's very fast on his feet. Anything you throw, he can jiu-jitsu.
Big J said one time, Dave was driving out to see his mom a lot. I guess, I don't know. I'm not certain. I'm going to say names of cities, but they're not accurate. I'm just telling you, I'm translating the story. So maybe Dave's mom lives in Levittown. Let's just say Levittown. Right. I don't know where she lives, by the way. And my dad grew up in Levittown. That's why I'm using Levittown. And Big J was driving out, and he was back and forth. So Big J does a gig out in at Governor's, which is in Levittown. Right. And by the way, it's not Levittown. I'm just using this as an example. And he's been watching Dave work out all week, knowing Dave's been driving back and forth. And the drive out, he saw 9 Attell punchlines just on road signs and signage on the street. And he's like, he's been driving, just writing jokes, just an Asian hand job for $4.99, full body. I bet they say full body. He's seeing setup and punchlines on the drive. That's how fucking brilliant he was.
Usual Suspects.
Yeah, it's the usual suspects.
It's Kaiser Sose. He's looking at the bulletin board.
Oh,
yeah.